So we're doing another sketchbook tour. The last sketchbook tour I did was my most recent sketchbook, and we flipped through that. A lot of people enjoyed that, but what was cool about that video, my intention was flipping through the old sketchbook, I picked out an older sketch that I really liked, and I developed it into a painting. So that's what I think I'm gonna do this as this little series. You know, I got 6, these are super old sketchbooks. We're only gonna stick with 3 today. These are the 3 oldest. I have them all numbered and dated. So this is like the first sketchbook I have from when I was younger up to I guess it's the 3rd one in the order. So we're gonna flip through these. They're very crude drawings, and then we're gonna pick one at the end and we're gonna develop it into a painting. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so this is the first sketchbook in the order, labeled 1, March 2014 till kind of the spring of 2014. And if you see me looking up, I'm just looking at the big camera, making sure I'm in frame. All right, so this sketchbook, little quick background, this sketchbook is a lot of graffiti. I wasn't doing oil painting, I wasn't painting in acrylics, I was hardly doing any canvas work at all. It was all spray paint. I was obsessed with graffiti characters. In 2014, March, I was a senior at boarding school. I was actually 19, I graduated high school at 19, so that's where I was in life. Quick little synopsis. So there's gonna be a lot of graffiti and it's very crude, all right? This isn't, you know, quote unquote, technically good stuff, but it's the origins of the creative endeavor. So, you know, a lot of graffiti. Cade, I don't ever remember writing that. Cool little skull, this is cool. I kind of remember drawing this. I got some pencil in here over some ink, you know, so this is the same week. And you know, I was very into doing slew backwards wells, W-E-L-S, slew. All my friends called me. I wrote a lot of graffiti like that, but I also like doing it backwards. So that's something. This was trying to be a slew, S-L-E-W, kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Some alligator, something spilt. All right, some color. Slew. So yeah, just a lot of the same stuff. This is a weird sketch page. Actually, some cool characters in here. This guy, some dudes. This looks like almost Sandy from SpongeBob. More graffiti. Wells, like I said, trying some arrows, looking terrible. All I wanted to do when I was younger was to do the wild style graffiti, like all the OG graffiti heads, which a lot of kids I think want to do. They want to skip the tags, the hand styles, the throwaways, and they want to go straight to wild style characters with 3D, and it's super challenging, and you can tell when kids don't know how to do it correctly, like myself. This actually is really funny. I got in trouble and I had to do a bunch of community service, so I had to do all these little logos for, I don't even remember what this stood for, but this is like a root with some people shaking hands. This is the same thing, which is really funny, I remember. And then I had to do these things, RSVP to this YOB. I forgot what YOB stood for, but I did graffiti for them, and this was like my community service, just drawing, so that was hilarious, and I did that. Youth led with someone pointing at you. There's the YOB again. The drop. I don't remember what this is for, sadly. I think this was still for the community service thing. Getting in trouble, but then they made me draw, so what a world. This is cool. All right, so this is, I was in high school and I actually had this, long story short, this independent study where I was studying graffiti, and they gave me a place on campus to paint and study graffiti and do my stuff. So this is a lot of like prep work for that. And I like this. I like the spacing. I'm obsessed with balance and symmetry and where all the, you know, masses are located, so you can kind of see that it's kind of balanced out. And then this turned into one of the sickest things I've ever done. One of the first things I painted on that wasn't a wall that like was eventually buffed over. This was a 8x4 piece of plywood. I have a time lapse. People may have seen it before. This super awesome slew backwards wells. I really, really loved this thing, and it was pretty technically advanced for where I was as an artist back then. This is actually hanging at my boarding school. They have it. I let them keep it, which was nice of me. And this is gonna be a theme for a lot of this sketchbook and the other ones over here. There's a lot of stuff that I turned into projects, which is cool to look back for people and for myself. So these are just crazy pencil tag practicing hand styles. You know, I was starting this kind of stuff, very abstract shapes, but with a face. Actually, Chris Dyer was one of my favorite artists back then. He does a lot of weird, trippy, psychedelic faces like that, kind of like, I don't even know what to call them, but shapes, and there's some sort of face in the middle. Yeah, I don't know what any of this is, but a lot of ink. I remember doing this. This is like a little stippling. This is a bad word, but that's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. It's kind of clean. It's a cool face, just like a dude. You can see these eyebrows I use in a lot of characters. Nothing really. Just these weird things. Water bottle. And this is a very cool page, actually, in the history of my work. I turned this into a graffiti character in my own studio at home in my garage, working on some better letters. Like, you could see that these letters right here, maybe I was copying some artist, but this SLE, those are looking kind of nice. Like, I would use those to this day if I was doing graffiti. But these characters slowly shifting from graffiti into graffiti characters. And then, yeah, this is like extremely legendary right here for myself. I mean, for my creative arsenal. This is like the first time I did the Sam Brain. And if you don't know, you don't really follow me in my work. The Sam Brain was the first canvas I ever did. I'll put it up on the screen. And it's also the first brain I did, and that brain has turned into like my character. It's like my signature character. It's my OG child, and I do different iterations of this character, so many different ones. This is the first time it was ever on paper. So this turned into the canvas, and that canvas turned into a whole bunch of other canvases and opened a door of different characters that I started doing. This is another one, I guess. Some hand styles, more hand styles. This is all graffiti alphabet, very cool. I really dig this also. A, B, C, D, E, F, you know, a little practice, I guess. More little guys. Crazy, weird stuff. I'm trying to flip through this. Oh my God, that's funny. I'm trying to flip through this fast because, you know, there's not a lot to look at. It's just a bunch of craziness. Just, you know, pencil sketching. We got other sketchbooks to go through, but if there's anything that catches my eye, I'll say something. You can always pause it, you know what I mean? And that's it. All right, that's it. Cool sketchbook. Very long ago. I think so. I graduated with this sketchbook, and we'll move on to number two. Number two. This is, you know, October to December of 2014. Got the OG Art Primo slaps. So this one, you could obviously tell I start drawing more. It's not all just graffiti. Some shading, some poor shading, but using pencils and trying to develop, you know, more into the fine arts rather than just graffiti. Kind of cool. I actually remember drawing these. I think I was at a bagel shop. The Michelin Man. Pretty righteous. A whole lot of nothing. This is cool. This guy's kind of scary, but kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Getting weird. This guy, getting weird. More hand styles. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on flipping through this weird, just a bunch of weird characters. You know, I was really into that, obviously. December 2014. I don't know what this is. Kind of a funny face, but nothing too special. Working on mouths. Oh, and yeah, as well as the teeth. I've done that in other characters, but that's, you know, some practice. Crazy drawings. Skipping a lot of pages. More hand style practice. Love using permanent markers, Sharpies. You know, a whole lot of nothing. But just a place to have ideas. Oh, that's kind of cool. Working on the wild style again, like I was saying, you know. This actually, I did use this little character having like some stuff come out of his mouth into a little graffiti 8x4 panel of plywood for my best friend. That turned out cool. Yeah, you can see that little time lapse. And then this is also a piece that I ended up painting. I do remember that. Very cool. This is an awesome page. Here's a nice little Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm getting confused about all this orientation. I don't know why I did all that way. Oh wow, I forgot about this. This is another legendary graffiti character I did back when I was so young. This kind of like b-boy, spray and spray paint with slew. There's a time lapse for that also. So this is very cool. I've actually forgot I had a couple of these guys in here. Very sweet. More random stuff. Nothing too cool. This is like a kind of a cool Wells piece. I think I'd go back to that in this other sketchbook that I'll show you. More craziness, more faces, random abstract stuff. Okay, this stuff is kind of cool. This I did in my sister's room, a super abstract-y kind of mural. And it turned out really cool actually, I thought, into high school. And I was using all spray paint and this nice bedroom mural, this weird, very weird thing. Actually, this is more of it right here. This is more close to what I did. Very cool. So, a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, a little dragon. And that's the end of this sketchbook. All right, this is a keeper, wow. Bunch of awesome drawings that turned into murals. Last one, this is where we left off, December. Wow, this is like a whole year. So again, I'm slowly drifting out of graffiti. I still love graffiti and do it all the time, but this is me kind of drawing more, I believe, and doing more artistic, you know, spending longer on drawings and thinking about it. So a little super skinny face looks like a chili pepper. This I remember, I loved this sketch. Oh, very cool. Maybe we'll go back to this one, I don't know yet. That's a cool one. Right before 2015, a day before. This says create or die, wow. It says it right here also. Oh, these are cool pieces. This is like Drooply Graffiti SLEW, very cool, slew. I remember doing that. I took a time lapse of this. I believe I lost this time lapse, sadly. Oh, they're so delicate. And this is a really epic graffiti piece. Probably the best one I've done in a black book, even though I was still like 20 years old, or I was still 19. You can see like it's light, dark background, pink outline. I really liked how this turned out. WELS, the E attached to the W. Really, really epic. Also a time lapse of this that I lost, sadly. Cool little character. I remember I named it I can't even pronounce that. Xeric? Weird. Weird crayon drawing. This I did a little graffiti piece when I came back from Southeast Asia, a gap semester. Sabai, I think it kind of means chill, to chill or to relax in Thai. When I was in Thailand, that's actually kind of nice. This A is very nice. This is kind of a sketch for, this is kind of a sketch for something I did. I didn't take a time lapse of it. Rare that I didn't, but it's hanging in my room. More kind of just, so this is also very cool. I was experimenting with canvases at this point in my life and spending longer, and this is a ray gun idea I had, shooting some goop, and this is an underdeveloped drawing, but it turned into a really epic canvas that there's a time lapse of, and it's an epic painting that my buddy is lucky to have it. I gave to him way back when, in 2015. Super epic. More graffiti, kind of cool, kind of weird, kind of wacky. More random character faces, random drawings. Really weird random drawings. Yeah, nothing crazy. This sketchbook is falling apart almost. More crazy stuff. This is a fish tank and a dresser in my buddy's room, 4:40 a.m. Craziness. This is funny. Help me from Dopey. Weird. This is a weird face. This is a kind of cool one, actually. I remember spending a lot of time on this. There's a flipped side mouth. Pretty weird, but there she is. Nothing, nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Paint marker. Craziness. Nothing, nothing. This is an awesome one. Oh wow, I remember this. We're gonna have to probably develop this one because I have a lot of memories about this. I was in Boulder and I actually got my GoPro stolen from me, and I was doing a bunch of art in Boulder just in my room, and I did these 2 paintings and I never got to film them, which is sad because they were really epic for me. It's actually a jumping point of where I started improving with canvas work. And this is a really awesome one. My friend actually bought it for a girl he liked, which was great. One of the first paintings I sold, even though he was like my best friend. January 2016, very epic. So this is actually a little newer. I guess I jumped around with this sketchbook, but this is very cool. I think we're gonna have to develop that one, but let's keep moving forward. Create, randomness, bunch of randomness. Wow, I guess that is the last one. Okay, cool, that's a great place to end actually. So yeah, those are like the 3 earliest sketchbooks. You kind of saw a cool evolution from graffiti to more characters into canvas work and using a pencil more seriously. This is what I picked out to develop this beautiful character. And I have a pretty good reference because I actually did turn it into painting, but I want to do rendition number 2. I'm quite excited. I think we'll do oil just because that's what I'm into these days, and it's gonna be epic. I'm very excited actually. I might even throw this on the iPad to switch it up a little and get weird. So that's all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of the, window back into a few years ago when I was younger, first starting out drawing and painting. It's very cool for me. Hopefully it is for you. Stay tuned for the next video of me developing this character. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Wow, it's gonna be great. Stay tuned, see you in the next video.